Hey guys, what's the review show? My name's Austin. Song Sung Blue stars Hugh Jackman and Kate Hutcherson. Two down on their luck, performers form a Neil Diamond tribute band, proving it's never too late to find love and follow your dreams. The past month, this movie's been on my radar. I've been really kind of looking forward to this film. I love Hugh Jackman, so I'll go out and see whatever he is in. He's always a great performer when it comes to singing and musicals. Not a big fan of musicals, but I do really like The Greatest Showman. So it's like, you know what? Why not? So you already know on a performance level that this movie is going to be a ton of fun. From beginning to end, you really bought their love for one another and their, goal for life, because they play these two performers that are kind of like the middle class Americans struggling, trying to pay for bills or trying to keep a house, and they're just barely getting by. They work fantastically well in this film, especially on the stage while playing Neil Diamond's songs. I'm not a big fan of Neil Diamond. I know Sweet Caroline, and I might know the one song from Shrek that I don't know by name, but I know there's a song in there that he did for Shrek. One of the big things that stuck out in this film is that it wasn't really about an actual famous person. It was about an impersonator. Which I guess they might have been really famous, but not as famous as the actual Neil Diamond, because the film had to show basically two different characters: the impersonator, the guy on the stage, and it's also the guy behind the scenes. And I thought they did a very good job at showing both of the sides. And really everything around Hugh Jackman and Kate Hutcherson was amazing. It was fun, emotional attachment. But my big issue though with the film, at times it can feel very manipulative, especially with them playing this kind of middle class American struggling and trying to get past and trying to pay all their bills and but also still trying to do the things that they love without caving in and just kind of giving up. And that's like a constant theme in this film, especially what happens later on, how when their life gets harder and much more difficult, and they just kind of have to keep on fighting and keep on pushing. My problem that comes with the film is that they kind of rush through some of that stuff. There's a lot of character development in this film that kind of just feels hand rushed, and you don't really get to feel that build an emotional connection very well. And that is mostly is with Hugh Jackman and his connection to the three kids in the film, his actual daughter and his two step kids. You don't really feel any form of connection with them. You get this one huge explanation scene with his one kid telling another kid about his past, the reason why him and his ex aren't together. With her, you also find out that he was in Vietnam, but that kind of subplot never really actually comes in interplay at all. I think it has to come with the fact that he kind of throughout the film he starts having heart attacks, and it starts getting worse and worse throughout the film. But there was no actual real connection that we saw as the audience with that. We were just kind of just told that basically almost with everything with the kids. We never really actually see any form of actual heartfelt emotional connection with the kids. Not really liking them at first, and at some point in the film they just suddenly do, because that's probably what actually happened in life. They found some form of connection and they started liking each other, but we never actually saw that form of connection. So it just kind of felt out of nowhere. The movie kind of just lose track of time. We just start time jumping all over the place through these 2 years of these people's lives, and we don't really actually get to see much besides montages. And at some point they start getting married, and really when that question popped up in my head, it was when they were getting married. It's like, wait, how long has it been? Has it been like a year or so? And it wasn't really clear. The pacing kind of just was all over the place when it came to that. I mean, overall, I did like the film, mostly when the film was focusing on Kate Hutcherson and Hugh Jackman and their passion of singing, and them creating a name for themselves, lightning and thunder, out of a legend, I guess, to most people. But when it came to telling the moments where their life was kind of in trouble, the movie didn't really want to ever really, focus on it, besides maybe one particular moment of someone's kind of mental health life of, of an accident. But there's so much other things going on in these people's lives as well at the time, like someone else being pregnant, or someone struggling, trying to find a job and like kind of hold the family up. We knew that it was too much to handle in this amount of runtime that it had, so it decided to not really focus on it when it really should have, because of the ending of the direction the ending of the movie was going with as well. I'm gonna give Song Sung Blue a C plus. There's things in this film I really liked. I like the performances overall, and it honestly got me to like a couple new Neil Diamond songs. Not really love them, enjoy them, but like I like them. Some of the new ones that they pointed out that I never really got to hear of. But besides that, there isn't really much else to this film, and at times you can feel the drag on the film, that it felt way over welcome, and it could have been just better to tell as like a documentary than an actual, you know, a biopic. I don't know if you would really call it a biopic, but there's some form of movie storytelling. It is a fun enough time to go out and see it on Christmas if you have nothing else going on. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys next review. Bye, guys.